Good morning guys and girls, and welcome back to another video, and today is Wednesday Weekly Gold episode 34. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so basically for this actual week I have been farming up 10 ton of stuff in order to do for the previous week. Well, from the previous week I started farming, and now it's for this week. You get the gist of this, because I was farming cobalt all last week and I said I wasn't going to tell you until this week, obviously, because it was going to go up. So, that being the case, let's get into the farms. Okay, so the first farm that I did was the Arctic Fur farm, and the best place for this is the Oculus. This is my personal opinion on this farm. I run in there with my, obviously, Skinner, and then I round up everything with my mount, then kill it. I do not jump through the first portal though. You take out the ones at the beginning and then skin all of those, then run out, reset the instance. I have noticed that you do get more Arctic Fur for some reason, or it was just me because it was on Heroic, but I don't think that's quite right. I'm going to have to test that one a bit more in the future, but it does seem to be that way because I did test it on normal and Heroic, and Arctic Fur seems to be dropping more in the Heroic. But then again, we're not killing any bosses, so you're not going to get locked to this, so you might as well just do it on Heroic anyway. The next farm that I did was the Wintergrasp farm, and obviously I'm not showing the footage for that because I've got so much footage of Wintergrasp of me farming titanium and saronite ore. And I did this for about 5 hours worth of farming. I know that seems like a lot of time to be farming titanium and saronite ore, but I split it up into an hour a day, so it really worked out very beneficial for me. Along with that, you are able to actually get hold of all of the Eternals you need, and that was the Eternal Fire, Shadow, Earth, Water, Air. You can get loads of Eternals with that. Now, the next stage in this, I actually smelted the titanium ore, then I went over to my number 3 part on this list, which is the transmuting the saronite ore, saronite bars, because I'll be smelting the saronite ore into bars, send that over to my alchemist, and then for every 8 saronite bars, I turn that into a titanium bar. This was able to push me over the threshold for what I needed, for what I'm about to craft, and let's get on to this. So, last and finally on our list for farming, such as crafting, we're crafting the Mechano-Hogs chopper, and I thought this would be a great way, so I broke it down, everything of what we needed. Now the material list for one is for 72 titanium ore, and this is their base materials. You need 12 Eternal Fire, 12 Eternal Shadow, and 12 Eternal Earth. Along with that, you need 40 cobalt ore and 2 Arctic Fur. This is why I was farming up the cobalt ore, but I did an hour's worth because we are making 4 Mechano-Hogs choppers. They're valued at around about 60,000 gold each, and along with that, that brings us up to like 240,000 gold for selling 4 mounts. I actually made my original amounts of gold, like before I even started this channel, through just crafting mounts, and it's what I'm really good at, just farming up, and I've optimized every single farm because I didn't like just buying it off the auction house and then crafting it. I wanted to actually work for it and gain more profit in the long run, well, in the short term. So I thought I'd turn this one into a lovely little video on how to actually make the Mechano-Hogs chopper for this week. But along with that, you will need to make a 12,500 gold investment in the parts, which is in K2 for crafting them at 1 Mechano-Hogs chopper. So that brings us up to 50,000 gold investment into actually making the Mechano-Hogs chopper. This is actually one of the cheapest investments that you can make on crafting mounts, due to the fact of, like, the vial of sands is like 29,000 gold off the top of my head. Is a raw investment of gold to buy all the little nits and bits for that, and 20,000 gold for the panther mounts, so 1 each for the mysterious orbs. So the Mechano-Hogs chopper we're looking at around about 240,000 gold. My maths is going bad. For all 4 of these mechanized choppers. Now, for farming only about 5 hours throughout this entire craft, it's actually averaging in around about 48,000 gold per hour in order to actually, if you were going to go buy it through farms, because I invested 5 hours worth of time to actually gather all these materials. So all in all, it was around about 288 titanium ore, 48 eternal fire, shadow and earth, along with 160 cobalt ore and 8 arctic fur. Now, granted, this is actually quite good for an actual farm, and the gold per hour, if you break it down, so 240,000 gold is the bare minimum of what all 4 of these mounts are selling on my realm, divided by the hours that I have invested in this, which is 5, which gives me 48,000 gold per hour. This is the base minimum of what these mechanized choppers are selling for. So all in all, this week has been amazing. I've been really enjoying this, and I'm considering doing more along these lines on how to gather up all the materials for certain different types of mounts and all that stuff, because I can make a lot of gold with this, like especially with like Vial of Sands or something. I can do a guide on how you can actually obtain the recipe if you really would like. It is rather time consuming to get hold of the recipe, but once you have it, it's like brilliant, because you've got like something you can craft for like 180,000 gold, or I think it's the average on EU, and that's pretty damn good, like for one mount. Bloody good. But that being the case, guys, tell me what you think on this video, and I may possibly do some on in the future. I hope you like this video, guys, and if you want to see more like this, please feel free to give this video a like, and as always, have an awesome day, guys.
Yeah.